In this video, you will learn how to solve different math problems to prepare for the ACT exam. If a rectangle measures 20 meters by 48 meters, what is the length in meters of the diagonal of the rectangle? Now we're given here the measures of a rectangle, the width and the length. And we are asked for the length of its diagonal. So let's say this is the rectangle, and then this is the width, which is 20 meters, and the length, which is 48 meters. And then we are asked for the length of the diagonal. Let's say this is the diagonal of this rectangle. Now, all the four angles of a rectangle are right angles. That means the measure of each of these angles is equal to 90 degrees. So if we cut a triangle into halves using its diagonal, then we will have two right triangles. Now we can find the length of the diagonal by applying the Pythagorean theorem. Now let's separate one of the triangles here. So supposedly this is one of the right triangles of this rectangle. This is the width, which is 20 meters, which is now one of the legs of this triangle, and this one is 48 meters. And now this one, which is the diagonal of the rectangle, is now the hypotenuse of the triangle, the right triangle. So by using the Pythagorean theorem, let's say this is the hypotenuse is equal to c, then c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared, where a and b are the legs of the right triangle. Then we just plug in all the values. A is 48, so that is 48 squared plus 20 squared. And this is 2,304 plus 400. So c squared is just equal to 2,704. And then we get the square root of both sides to get a value of c. And c is just equal to the square root of 2,704. And the square root of 2,704 is just equal to 52. Therefore, the length of this rectangle's diagonal is equal to 52. So the answer here is letter F. For the right triangle, triangle ABC shown below, what is tangent B? Now to find tangent B in triangle ABC, we take the ratio of the length of the opposite side to the length of the adjacent side. So let's determine angle B first. So this is angle B, and tangent is just equal to tangent of an angle, which in this case B, is just equal to the opposite side over the adjacent side. So which one here is the opposite of angle B? Opposite of angle B is side AC, and the adjacent of angle B is side BC, which is just equivalent to C and A. Basically, tangent B is just the ratio of side AC to side BC, or side C to A. So the answer here should be letter J, that one. A chord 8 inches long is 3 inches from the center of the circle, as shown below. what is the radius of the circle to the nearest tenth of an inch. So we are asked here to find the value of the radius, this one. So to find the radius here, we use the right triangle, which is shown here in the diagram, this one. So half of the length of the chord, so we're given here that the chord is 8 inches, so this is the chord here. And then half of that is 4 inches. So that means one of the legs of the triangle is equal to 4 inches, and the other leg is this one, which is 3 inches long, and the hypotenuse is this one, which is equivalent to the radius of the circle. Take note that this is a right triangle because the distance between a point and a line is measured perpendicular to the line. So we can use the Pythagorean theorem here. So the square of the hypotenuse is just equal to the sum of the square of the two legs. So this would be r squared equals 3 squared plus 4 squared. Then r squared is just equal to 9 plus 16. And 9 plus 16 is equal to 25. And then we get the square root of both sides. Therefore, r is equal to 5 inches. So the value of a radius is 5 inches. So the answer here is letter C. The hypotenuse of the right triangle LMN shown below is 22 feet long. The cosine of angle L is 3/4. How many feet long is the segment LM? So we're given here the measure of the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is just the side LN, which is 22 feet. And it's also given here cosine of L. So cosine of angle L is equal to 3/4. And we know that cosine of an angle is just equal to adjacent side over the hypotenuse. So we just plug in the given values here. All right. But we're already given cosine L. So cosine L, angle L is equal to 3/4. And this is just equivalent to adjacent side over hypotenuse. So adjacent side of angle L is LM. So that is side LM, which is the unknown of the problem because we are asked for the length of segment LM, which is the adjacent side of angle L. So that is LM over the hypotenuse, which is 22. And then we can just equate this one and this one. So that would be 3/4 equals LM over 22. Now we can solve for the value of LM. We cross multiply. So we have 3 times 22 equals 4 times LM. Then we divide both sides by 4. So 4 cancels out here. Then we have LM equals 3 times 22 over 4, which is equal to 66/4. We don't have 66/4 in our choices here. We just divide 66 by 4. And that is equal to 16.5. Or it's not clear. 16.5. So the answer here is letter G. That is the length of side LM, or the other leg of triangle element.